Now this one calls for a whole load of seasonings, and you can use your favorite seasonings, you know, the same thing that you would use for a boil. I'm going to show you the seasonings as we go. You need some butter and you need that cabbage. All right, let's make it happen. We're just going to start off by, of course, washing our cabbage, and I'm also going to take off like the first outer layer. We're going to give this a good wash, make sure it's nice and clean. Now we're just going to take this and cut off this end right here. Now we need to go ahead and cut around this core. We're going to go in there and cut around there and get that all cleaned out. Boy, that one was stubborn. It took me a while to get in there and get that out of there, cutting around, but just take your time, go through and cut out this middle part. Now we're ready to, let's create some delicious food magic with this bad boy. We're going to grab our pan and get that aluminum foil in there. Then we're going to sprinkle this completely all around with olive oil. And of course, this is the olive oil I'm using, but any good quality olive oil, that's going to work. So let's spritz it with some olive oil, shall we? Now that we've got a healthy helping of olive oil in there, it is time to dress up this boil with your favorite seasonings. And like I said, grab the seasonings that you would, use for a boil, but make sure they are the ones that you really like. This is the time when you're dressing this baby up. The flavor is going to come out now. This is where all of the food magic happens. So let's get that started. And you're going to go heavy on the seasonings. Of course, we're going to throw salt and pepper on there. The original, the OGs, they're here to play too. Give it a little oomph, a little spice. I'm going to add some crushed red pepper. Of course, if you don't like your things spicy, leave this one out. Now I am finished dressing this with my favorite seasonings. It's time to add the butter. I'm just going to take a stick of butter, I'm going to cut it in half, and it goes right inside of that little hole that we've opened up. And because mine, I just have to cut it up into some smaller pieces so that it can fit in there, but I want that whole stick of butter inside. You'll understand. You want that flavor. And then we're also going to give it some minced garlic, chopped garlic. Now, of course, you can mince your own. I decided to go for the one that's already done for me. And I put about 2.5 teaspoons of that minced garlic in there. And that is your boil. We only have one additional ingredient that we're going to put in there, but that is after it has thoroughly cooked. So now we're going to wrap this up. And it goes in the oven 2 hours. So it has been 1 hour. We're halfway through. Now our last ingredient that we're going to do for this boil, we're just going to open that up and find that area where we have that separation. We're going to take our last ingredient, which is some broth. I have beef, but you can use chicken or a different type of vegetable if you like. And we're just going to put about 2 teaspoons of broth in there. That's just going to help it to steam a little bit and give it that extra added flavor. We're going to cover this back up and it goes back in the oven 1 more hour. We just pulled this out of the oven. I see it peeking through here. Oh my goodness. Woo! That steam coming up. Look at that. That looks delicious. Let's plate it up. Ooh. Oh, that flavor. You can taste every bit of those seasonings and that flavor and that butter. It's almost, oh, it melts in your mouth. That's so good. That is delicious. Okay, I've got to grab another piece of this because one just was not enough. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so delicious. The juices. It has so much flavor. And that taste of that cabbage is like almost melting. It's so tender. Melts in your mouth. That is delicious. Try it out. Let me know your thoughts. And if you have some different versions of varieties you would put in here, would you change anything? Different spices, additions, subtractions? I would love to know. This is our viral cabbage boil, and I see why it's going viral. All right, y'all. I'm about to eat. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the kitchen.